Good morning, everybody. My name is Lynn. I just thought I would come on today and share with you a project that I've just completed. I find that when I have finished a junk journal, I just need to do a few little projects to clear my mind, basically. I get so wrapped up in junk journaling. It takes me about 2 to 3 weeks to finish a junk journal, and that is my main focus throughout that whole time. So when I finally completed one, I just like to do something that dulls the brain a little bit, things that I don't have to think about too much. So I just thought I would show you this little junk journal Ephemera Bundle page insert that I've just completed. As some of you already know, I love Edith Holden. I fell in love with her books a few years back when I purchased my very first copy, and ever since that time I've always got one on the go with all my bits and pieces that I pick from all the time, and one full completed book. It's really hard when I've gone through all my scraps and I possibly can't use any more of them. It's really hard to dip into these books, but I do, and I absolutely love them. The illustrations are just beautiful. Every page is a surprise, really, and one of these days I'm going to buy myself a copy just for me. I will not cut it up, but this one is not that copy because I've already got plans for this book. But yeah, if you've never been lucky enough to own an Edith Holden book, just try and find one. You can find them in second-hand shops. There is a really good website called World of Books. It's an Australian website. They're located in Tasmania. They have, to date, always had Edith Holden books for sale, and they're not that dear. Free postage from this website, and I think the most I've ever paid for a copy has been about $16. I'll link that website below if you just want to go and just type into the search bar Edith Holden, and a variety of things, a variety of her books will come up. I did just that a few weeks ago, and I was lucky enough to find this book. It's the Country Diary Cookery Notes, and although I have just finished work on a junk journal recipe book, I could not cut it up. I just couldn't. I'm going to keep it for a little while, but it's beautiful. It again has all the wonderful illustrations that she did for her first book, but they've combined those with recipes, and it goes through all your types of your categories of foods. So you've got soups and fish, meat, poultry and game, stuffings and sauces, eggs and savouries, vegetable dishes and salads, puddings, afternoon tea, drinks and preserves. And then throughout the book there will be recipes on this side, and then on this side is your blank page for you to be able to write. And it's just such a pretty book. I love the pages in an Edith Holden publication. They're just something about them, they just feel so nice. So if you do see this anywhere, just grab it, because not only would it make a beautiful recipe junk journal, it's just something really pretty to own and to have. So that is the Country Diary Cookery Notes by Edith Holden and Alison Harding. Beautiful, beautiful books. Anyway, so this is the Ephemera Bundle that I've just completed. I tend to do a lot of these, and I've had quite a bit of success in the Etsy shop with them. I'm not the only one apparently that loves Edith Holden. So I always try to make them look a little bit vintage, but the photos themselves are a vintage type of photo, just the way the pictures, I always say photos, but they're pictures, the colourings and the antique look about them, they're just beautiful. I tend to do a lot of vintage work. I don't know what it is. I have tried other styles, but I always tend to come back to the vintage shabby chic, so I've just decided that is what I do. and yeah, I go with that. But anyway, in this bundle, this one will be going up for sale in the Etsy shop today. I do have another bundle in the Etsy shop currently in there available, but I'll put the link to the shop down below in the description box. But anyway, in this particular bundle, I have got 4, well, I guess you could call them journaling cards. They could be used for the covers of journals. They're just really good quality cardboard, or thick quality cardboard I should say, that I've backed onto some coffee dyed paper. I machine stitch around pretty much everything I do, all my edges, and I always ink with distress ink. I just like that look. It defines, it gives definition, and it just helps with that antiquing process. But yeah, these are a little digital kit that I've got available in the Etsy shop at the moment. I've just listed all those common phrases that we use in our junk journals: adore, humble, precious, cherish, and so on. They're just in the Etsy shop if you want to have a look at those. But yeah, I've just made the 4 of these. Now these are quite large. They measure 12 centimetres across by 19 centimetres. So they're quite a big journaling card. If you only do small journals, maybe too big for your project. But yeah, so I just picked some of the pictures in the book that I loved. I love daisies. I thought that was really sweet. That reminded me of when we were young and we used to go and pick the mulberries off the lady's tree next door. And who doesn't love roses? Dog roses. These are dog roses, but just beautiful. I love the watercolour effect in the colouring of the illustrations. Just gorgeous. And that one looked like a bit of a thistle to me, but maybe not, I'm not sure. So yeah, I've just collaged. I've used some old music paper behind, and then I've just, as we do, cut up our pages, and I've just collaged and then made the actual botanical image the focal point. So you get, in this bundle, you get 4 of those, all coffee dyed paper backed. Then I have made 4 of these little page inserts. They're a single pocket page insert, again coffee dyed, machine stitched, and distressed ink on the edges, but I have included a smaller journal card in each pocket, so they can come in handy as a page insert. You can stick it straight down on your page. You've got your journal card for journaling, or you can add that into other pockets throughout your book. Yeah, and again, I've just picked nice bold images from the Edith Holden books, and I've teamed them up with some Tim Holtz, or is it Tim Holtz or is it Ranger? Yeah, no, Tim Holtz die cuts and things. They do some really lovely stuff, as you would all be aware. So there's 4 of those. These ones measure 12.5 centimetres by 12.5, and then your little the smaller journal card measures 8.5 by 12.5 centimetres. So there's 4 of those in different. I love this one, the mushrooms. How beautiful! They're so lifelike and real. And again, I've just put a few little embellishments from the Tim Holtz. That one is called Keepsakes. Tim Holtz Ephemera Pack Keepsakes. So ideology, and there's lots in there. I just can't see. Does it say? It doesn't say, but there's lots in there. So that's that one, and then the pears. Look at this, golden pears. How pretty is that? This label here is from the lovely Tracie Fox. Tracie Fox journals on YouTube and Etsy. You would all be familiar with Tracie. She's an English lady. She does the most beautiful, beautiful work. But if you're not familiar, on YouTube, just search Tracie Fox and TraciEFox, and it will come up. acorns. How pretty are they? Just beautiful. And then this one here has got floral image, a stamp, and then look at him, little tiny bird. I think he's a sparrow. Yep, there we go, a house sparrow. And another little label from the Tim Holtz Ideology pack. So you get those in this bundle. Then these couple here are altered paper bags. I think I got these in a pack of maybe 15 or 20 just from my local, it's called Silly Sollies, where here I live in Brisbane in Australia. Silly Sollies, but I'm sure you can pick them up at Reject Shop. You could get them at, yeah, all those $2 type shops in their craft section. But yeah, it's just a paper bag, and I've just basically folded it not quite in half. It's about 2.5 centimetres there, so I've folded it to leave that border just to make a double pocket page or insert to a page. You could insert when you adhere it into your book. You could actually have it be a 3 pocket with one in the front, one in the middle, and then you could have one coming down behind or one coming in from the side. And again, I've just decorated that with the Edith Holden bees. I love little bees, and I've just a few more of those labels from the Tim Holtz range. And then I've just included these 2 little cards from the Tim Holtz Ideology. They're not really to do with botanicals, this one especially from botanicals, nor Edith Holden, but I just thought they fit in that little space really well. And who doesn't love journaling cards anyway? They're great for layering on your covers. They're just pretty in your journal. So that's that one. And then this one, it was the full size bag. I've machine stitched around all the sides, inked the edges, and I just took liberty with the title of the book and put A Country Diary there. And I just think that's such a nice image. It just dresses up a paper bag so nicely. Again, collaged at the back, I just a bit of coffee dyed paper, some music paper, and then just some of the text from the Edith Holden book. And I've just included in that one a postcard. It just says by David Silby, 2013. I don't know if that's English. I don't know if it's available in Australia. It was sent to me in a happy mail. But in any case, birds, which I thought were very fitting for the Edith Holden, and then just a little bit of note paper in an envelope that I've just coffee dyed, something from my stash. So I've just included that in there. So yeah, so that's the latest bundle that I've been working on. I really enjoy doing these type of things because collaging doesn't take a lot of thought, and yeah, you can come up with some really unique pieces doing it this way. It's great. And you know, Edith Holden, well, who doesn't love Edith Holden? So they, like I said, will be going up for sale in the Etsy store at some stage today. And yeah, I've already got my next journal sorted. So I've coffee dyed all my paper, and I've bound it into my book. I was so proud of myself. I have a lot of trouble with the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I can't do it. It's always wobbly, and I rip pages, and it's always such a drama. So to me, if at a time there, it was almost a turning point. Do I continue doing journals because I can't bind them? And then I just thought, I found some other methods and that have worked really well for me, and so I've been doing them. But this one that I started today, I thought, no, I'm going to give it a go and do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And it worked. It worked. I was so proud of myself. It's in there. It's nice and solid. It's secure. Got a lot of pages. So this is the next journal. And, ta-da, it's got a cover of the Edith Holden, A Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. I don't know whether to cover that cover up or just leave it like it is. I don't know. But anyway, that's the next journal that I'm going to start working on. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a lovely day. All my prayers and blessings go to those in the bushfires. It's just horrific, some of the scenes that are coming out on the news. I don't know how these people are continuing to live another day with a smile on their face. It's just such a credit to them. We have got an overcast, rainy day. Not quite rainy, but it looks like it could rain, and you really hope. Where we are in Brisbane, we're not so much fire affected, you know. We've had the smoke and stuff like that, but no fire. So just the images on the news, it's just amazing to me that the fires leap as high as the trees, and these people, they've lost everything and they're just rallying around as communities. And I just hope and pray, fingers crossed, that some of the rainfall gets to them. They so need it. Anyway, I wish everyone a wonderful day. I hope whatever you're crafting is turning out brilliantly and you're having a happy crafty day. Alright, we'll catch up again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.